Consumer behaviour can be defined as human responses in a commercial world. Today we're going to look at consumer behaviour in more depth. I'm Max from Victoria University, Melbourne, Australia. So in consumer behaviour, there are two main models that we talk about, and we're going to go through those two models now. The first of these models is the high involvement decision-making model. This model assumes that consumers make rational, high-involved decisions. It assumes that they will evaluate all of the information about the products and compare brands that they're looking at. There's an assumption in marketing that consumers make highly involved, rational decisions. And you'll see here, we have the high involvement consumer decision-making process. It starts out by the consumer recognizing a need, and after that, they go through a search for information on the product category. Once they have information, it's said that they evaluate the alternatives and they choose the one for purchase that is evaluated the best. Once they've purchased the product, post-purchase they start using the product and they evaluate their purchase decision. So the highly involved model, for example, would assume a consumer is going to compare the attributes of these two repairing shampoos against each other. The low involvement model assumes that consumers don't make very in-depth decisions, and in fact most decisions are habitual in nature. The empirical evidence, however, shows that most decisions by consumers are actually low involvement. So here we see an alternative model by Ehrenberg and Goodhart, and they suggest that you start by making the consumer aware of the brand. From a probability perspective, the consumer at some point might trial the brand. Once the consumer has trialed the brand, we use our marketing communications efforts to reinforce the brand's usage with the consumer. And over time, the neural networks will slowly deteriorate. And what we have to do with our marketing communications is nudge the consumer to remember the brand and refresh those neural networks about the brand. So let's have a look through some scenarios and see if you can recognize the two models.